Well, good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for being here. And really, it's been an honor to have so many thousands of Ohioans pour out their support and their prayers for this. I started this mission with a very clear statement, and that is that we have a country to save. That has not changed. Just a few moments ago, I called to congratulate Mr. Moreno. That mission is still clear. That mission is to defeat Sherrod Brown this November and put this country back on track by having a senator who has Ohio's values in Washington, D.C. We know that Sherrod Brown has been in public life for 48 years, 4 years longer than I've been alive, and it's time that we replace him. I look forward to that work. It's going to be important that we do that we have somebody that's going to stand up for Ohio's families that are struggling under this economy, that works to secure this border, which we know is causing drugs and crime to flow into our country, and to restore parents' rights so that we can decide how our children are going to be educated. It's obvious that tonight was not my opportunity to be the Republican nominee for United States Senate, but it was an honor to be considered for that. I can tell you that it was very humbling traveling around the state, talking to my fellow Ohioans about these issues that we care about. I said this thing's a year-long job interview. And just now, as I was giving my daughter Ellie a hug, I told her, we don't only take on fights that are easy, we take on the fights that are right. And I knew that this was going to be a difficult fight from the beginning, but I'm not somebody that ever backs down from a challenge. And so we poured our heart and soul into this fight, and I have no regrets. And I look forward to many of you all know, I wear multiple hats, and so I'll be heading back to the Secretary of State's office here in a little bit, because the work of tabulating all of tonight's election night results continues, and over the days to come, working to make sure that we're ready to certify another free and fair election for the people of Ohio, and that work continues as well. I'm enormously proud of our team at the Secretary of State's office. I'm enormously proud of our team that joined us on this campaign. We worked very, very hard. And again, this work continues, this mission continues. As you all have heard me say out on the campaign trail, I raised my right hand when I was 18 years old, and I made a promise. Of course, it says in the words of the oath of enlistment to preserve and protect and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's work that I continue to do today, both as a soldier and as a public servant. But there's an unwritten part of that. It's that you love this country so much that you're willing to give your life for it. I've said over and over again, there are very few things in this life that are so precious, so dear, that you would risk your life for them. Your faith and your family and this country. It's about the totality of the list. I believed it at 18 years old when I enlisted in the Army, and I believe it today. America's worth fighting for. It's worth sacrificing for, and that fight will continue. God bless my fellow Ohioans. Thank you so much, everybody.